Hey people, how's it going everybody? Jay here today. I'm going to be bringing you week number 6 of SPL. Now this is going to be quite the shorter upload just because I don't really have too much time and this is not going to be that long of a battle. So we're going to hop into team preview. Now looking at my team, I'm down here, I'm on this side, and my team basically has 4 walls and 2 sweepers, and the objective of the game is to pretty much get up Stealth Rocks and T-Wave with Aggron. Then you go have Calm My Cresselia, you have Sword Stance Lucario, and you have DD Dragon, not Dragonite, DD Salamence. My Cresselia set is pretty weird. It's max HP, max speed, timid to outspeed stuff like Chandelure and Bandit Heracross, which I think is pretty common on the ladder, and it's pretty scary though. So I just have that there. Usually Heracross is Adamant Band. Now, if you look at his team is slow as hell. Only thing that's really fast is going to be this Aerodactyl, unless this anything on his team happens to be Scarf, which I don't really think it is. And his team is pretty stally too, so I'm thinking that he has Fortress for Spikes or Stealth Rocks. No, for Stealth Rocks. Then he has this thing for Toxic Spikes, Dragalge, and he has what's it called, Chestnut for Spikes, and obviously Leech Seed. Now I do have Aerial Ace on Mance to kind of weaken Chestnut because that's the problem that I have with this team. I just put a random move on my Mance as my last one because I don't really need too much coverage since everything else on my team takes care of what counters Mance. Obviously, what looks good against this team, obviously this week is going to give me troubles because if you remember from week 2, I think, against Maru, I had a really big trouble against Roar Suicune with Substitute, so my team doesn't really handle it too well. I do have Vaporeon to kind of deal with it, but it's not going to be working too well. If it does happen to have Substitute Roar, because I cannot really outstall it. I would have to predict pretty much his Scald, and the thing is that I'm pretty certain that he actually is Roar, just because his team is designed to stack hazards and then Roar. And yeah, that's pretty much the problem that I run into now. The next Pokemon that kind of is threatening to me is this Aerodactyl, because once I lose my Aggron, I don't think I can take it on too well. Of course, my pokes can take a hit, but they cannot really, well, strike back too well. And Suicune, as I said, is the biggest problem. Otherwise, my game plan is actually to sweep with Cresselia, because if you look at his team, he doesn't really have much to take me on with anything. I mean, he does have Fortress, which can take my hits, but he cannot really strike back with anything unless it packs Toxic. And I don't think he has Toxic because he has Toxic Spike support. So that was my game plan going into this battle. So, yeah, Chestnut might be an issue, depending on how he plays it. But what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be leading off with Aggron because it has the best matchup against his team. So let's go into this. I do want to Mega Evolve as well, just because once I get rid of Suicune, nothing really switches in on my Aggron safely. So if I can get rid of Suicune no matter what, I will gladly take it. Now this first few turns are basically me trying to get up rocks while him not being able to spin him. It doesn't really matter too much. What I wanted to do is paralyze it, not because I want its speed lowered, because Shadow Ball then will be boosted, but the chance of him getting paralyzed, you will actually see that this was actually kind of crucial. Now he gets paralyzed again, so he doesn't get to spin away the rocks, which is very nice. I bring him my Vaporeon. I just go for straight Scald in case he wanted to stay in and actually spin. I didn't want to risk that, so what I did right here is I'm going to be switching out to my Gligar in case he wants to go for Moonblast or anything. I'm kind of especially bulky, so I can take these hits decently, I guess. I mean, 33 is still a lot. I'm going to defog away the hazards despite me getting up Stealth Rocks. I don't want Stealth Rocks on my field. That's just the main thing. You will see why. Now he brings the Suicune, and I was like, oh, fuck no. Please, no. Don't be Roar. But he doesn't go for Roar. He actually just goes straight for the Scald. I do go for Scald here again because I want to burn it in case he has Rest. Now this Dragalge kind of does a lot with Sludge Wave, I have to admit. But it is adaptability and stuff, so I guess I kind of take it. Now, Toxic Spikes do not really affect my team because the only thing that's affected by it is Vaporeon. Now here's a crucial play. Because his Suicune, as you just saw, went for Roar. Now that's nothing I wanted to see. That's nothing I wanted him to have. So my main objective right now is to get rid of the Suicune. I go for Dragon Dance right here because if he roars, and I do have a Lumberry in case he burns me with Scald, so I do get up to +1. I should have just gone for Outrage, predicting his Roar again. And he brings me out to my Cresselia. I don't really want to stay in, so I'm going to switch back out to Vaporeon. It does get poisoned, but I do have Heal Bell on it. And he shows Calm Mind. I was like, well, if he has Substitute, then I'll lose. But he doesn't go for Substitute. He just goes for Calm Mind again. So I'm trying to get a burn. I'm not sure what his last move is. So I'm thinking he might have Ice Beam as a last move. And I'm trying to fish for a burn right now because that will wiggle him and essentially render him useless. So he does roar me out into Gligar. I'm going to bring back in my Vaporeon because I can just stall it out. But he goes for Rest. I was like, okay. He doesn't have Sleep Talk. He revealed his set. So right now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be bringing in my Lucario and go for a Swords Dance. Now, close combat will not kill him, and he will kill me in return with Scald, as you will see this next turn. Now, you will wake up, obviously, go for Scald, kill me, but what I can do right now is, because Suicune is at 70%, and my main objective of this game was to get rid of Suicune if it happens to have Roar, which it does. So if I get rid of Suicune, it doesn't matter which Pokemon I sack right now. So I'm going to bring in my Salamence. I was thinking about going for Dragon Dance and let him get up a rest, because then I would just be able to Dragon Dance again and again and again, and pretty much maybe Sweep. I don't know yet, but I'm not going to be doing that, because even if I lose Salamence, I want to get rid of the Suicune so badly, so I just locked myself in an Outrage. And I know that unless his Florges has special attack investment, I will actually lift his Moonblast, because I'm not minus special defense nature. It will do like 95 max, so I know I will lift his Moonblast, and I can switch out the next turn. But of course, he gets critical hit. Now, at that point, I'm kind of worried, because I lost my 2 win conditions. As you can see, my 2 sweepers are gone. Now, the last one I have is Cresselia, which I intended to sweep in the first place. And if you look at his team, I'm actually thinking to do that right now. So I'm going to be bringing Cresselia. I was like, okay, why not? Let's start a sweep, and I'm going to go for Calm Mind. Now, Aerodactyl comes in. The way he switched it in that aggressively makes me think he has Taunt or Hone Claws, one of the both. If he has Hone Claws, I know that my Aggron can actually take it on, and I would be switching it out into my Aggron. Now that Suicune is gone, he doesn't really have too much to take on my Aggron with anymore. So I know that I can freely go for like Heavy Slam or T-Wave and so afterwards. And now, I just went for the attack right here, because he is Mega Aerodactyl. He goes for Stone Edge, and that doesn't do anything, despite me not being defensive at all. So I might think, yeah, I can stall this thing out. I can definitely stall this thing out, and if he misses 1 or 2 Stone Edges, well, nice, he misses 1 right here. So I do attack him right here with Psyshock. Now he can either go for Stone Edge again or Roost. I'm thinking he has Roost, because he didn't go for Taunt, neither did he go for Hone Claws yet. So I'm pretty certain he does have Roost and not Hone Claws. So I'm just going to go for another Calm Mind, as he actually switches out right here on my third one. Now at this point I'm looking pretty good, because Fortress, even though I boosted up his Gyro Balls, I can stall them out easily. And they still do quite a chunk. They do 29%, which is just a little bit too much. Now I go for a third Calm Mind right here. You might be thinking why, and the reason is because I kill Chestnut if it is defensive at +4. In case it comes down to it with my Moonblast. And I know that Psyshock, if it is defensive, won't kill at +4, so Moonblast is my better play to go for. Now, I don't need to set up anymore, because that's everything I needed. I 2-KO Florges at that point. I get rid of Fortress easily enough, just because it is paralyzed too. Now, this is why I like having Fortress paralyzed right now, even though its Gyro Ball does a lot, but I'm max speed timid, so it would do a lot anyway. But he has a chance of getting paralyzed. But he goes for Volt Switch right here, which I don't quite understand why. Brings in Aerodactyl. Now he has to like crit with Stone Edge, and even then, I don't think he can win this anymore. So he goes for Stone Edge and he actually misses, which is quite unfortunate. I really apologize about that, but I mean, there's nothing I can do. Now he brings in Chestnut. This is why I went for the third one, the fourth Calm Mind, because Moonblast is definite OHKO if it's defensive. Dragalge, I do add speed no matter what kind of variant he is. I go for Psyshock, take it out, and all he has left is Florges and his Fortress. So even if he somehow takes down my Cresselia with whatever hacks, I don't know, Mega Ultra Crit from my Florges Moonblast, maybe, I have no idea. I still have Aggron, which will definitely take on both, just because I mean, Fortress is 9% or something and paralyzed, and Florges cannot take on my aggro no matter what, but he does get the special attack drop right here. Not that it matters at all, because Psyshock did 60, and right now, even if he tries to go for Protect and stuff, I kick the Calm Mind up, and he doesn't even try to do that. Doesn't want to make the battle longer at all, and Cresselia is just going to be able to take the game from there. So that was a pretty quick one. I hope you guys enjoyed it anyway. That was week number 6, yeah. I think it was week number 6. Yeah, he really had no reason against my Cresselia. Yet he really had nothing for my Cresselia, nothing against my nothing for my Cresselia to really take it on. I mean, had he had Taunt on Aerodactyl, I could have played around that. I wasn't really worried too much, I guess. And yeah, that will be it. So yeah, I had a really good matchup. I think I won the game at team preview because he had nothing for Cresselia. Nothing on his team was fast, barring this Aerodactyl, which didn't pack Taunt. So I wasn't worried whatsoever. And I was actually able to pull through. Now, I know that this variant of Cresselia is really weak to Toxic, because once you Toxic it, or Status it in general, it's kind of viable to a lot of stuff. But the thing is that even though I'm like, yeah, if he Toxics me, I still have Vaporeon that can easily heal Bell me away, and I can Wish and stuff all. Yeah, I'm not really worried about Toxic in general, because I have proper team support to get rid of the Toxic, and once I know this Pokemon pack's Toxic, I'll be playing around it and try and take it out first, instead of trying to sweep. So even if Florges packed Toxic, I would have just tried to take out Florges and went from there, basically. So that was it. We are up at the moment, I think 3-1, if I'm not mistaken, in this round. So I really hope that we can win more games. I really hope that we win this week. So yeah, that's that. I don't really have much more to say. So hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.